Okay, Hayes Mega here, and doing a video on the KLX today. So I recently sold my quad, and I got some workspace to work in the garage now. So you can see the KLX fits in the garage quite well. I can do a lot of work to it now. Comfortable in the garage. I don't have to work outside. So I gotta do some work on the scooter. I love how the scooter is Kawasaki going too. So all right. So the topic of this video today will be it's a vlog on installing the Ricochet Offroad Armor Skidplate. I wanted to get a skid plate. I know so if you guys don't know, I'm doing a supermoto conversion, or like kind of I have a supermoto conversion for this bike, and I was just gonna try to build kind of like a mini supermoto that I could take to the track and then easily swap the wheels back and forth, so I could just, you know, if I wanted to go dirt biking, I could still go dirt biking. So it's a multi-purpose mini motorcycle. So I wanted to add a skid plate. Honestly, adding a skid plate to a supermoto doesn't make sense. You're not going to be going over any rocks or anything. But yeah, the last time I took this to Metcalf, I was playing around in the trials area, and I was like hitting the frame everywhere. You know, the KLX has a tiny little skid plate right here, little plastic skid plate, and it does a good job. And it has these little wings that protects the side of the engine, which does an okay job. You can see the case is like a little beat up. And the case is like all one piece. This whole thing comes out. So if you damage the case in any way, you got to replace the whole thing. Or I mean, I guess if you could patch it, if you wanted to also. Yeah. So that's that side. And that side. This one's got the little wing on it too, and that's what Kawasaki, you know, that's what they put to protect the engine from damages. And I've ridden this bike in some really hairy places. I won't hesitate to take this on really rough trails because it's so light and easy to ride, you know. And if you drop it, it's easy to pick up. And that's the whole reason I love riding this bike, you know. It's a cheater bike. That's what it is. It's a cheater bike. I can do some trial stuff with it too. You know, I do like pivot turns and stuff and go over obstacles, but you know, it's like a heavy trials bike. But yeah, so I wanted to add a skid plate to it for better protection. So we'll see what it. So like I said, it has the protection from these little wings here, and they've been bashed up quite a bit. You can see here. They're pointing upwards now too. I don't think they were pointing upwards before. So yeah, I've taken some pretty good hits. See the engine guard here is a little bashed in. It's a little repair job. It looks like it's gotten scratched again. So, but yeah, for the most part, the engine protection works. Like I said, I've ridden this through some really hairy, like Moab, big ledges and rocks and stuff, and it does okay. You know, I haven't broken it yet. so here it is. This is the Ricochet Offroad Armor Skidplate by Ricochet Offroad Armor. It's for a KLX140 08 to 09. I'm pretty sure it fits all the KLXs. This should fit any KLX. The regular KLX, the KLX140L, just like this one, and the KLX140G, it should probably fit that too. They're all the same engines, and pretty much the part where the engine sits is all the same, pretty much. So there it is. I think I bought this. Man, I don't remember where I bought this. I think I bought this on Rocky Mountain ATV MC. There it is. It's an aluminum skid plate. I think it's an aluminum skid plate. Let's see. Hopefully it doesn't add too much weight to the bike. It doesn't feel too heavy, and it feels really beefy. We'll put it on a scale when I get it out of the package. So and with that said, let's take it out of the package. Also, I don't remember what the MSRP is. I will put it on a subtitle below right now. So yeah, and it looks like it just, one of them, it bolts. It looks like we got to take the stock skid plate out, the plastic one, and we're not gonna need that anymore. And then we clamp it on, and it looks like there's a drain hole for the oil here. That's good, so you can change your oil easily. Well, we'll see how easy it is. It's very easy to change the oil on this bike. It's super easy. I don't want to. Okay, the drain plug is right there on the side, right there. And you just take that out, and then the oil just comes right out. So we'll see how it is. I wonder how it'll be with the skid plate. Looks like it covers that pretty well. You may have to just take the skid plate out whenever you change the oil. All right. So let's get it out of the package. Okay, there it is. It's out of the package. It's pretty easy to take out. Just kind of take that part off with the staples, and then it just comes right out. So here's what you get. You get the skid plate itself. There it is. Nice looking unit. It comes with a clamps. Yes, clamps, and a sticker. That's it. Let's take the sticker off. Probably, I wonder if there's enough room to put it on there. Maybe. Probably get all messed up though. We'll see. I'll probably put it on the bike somewhere. Let's go put that somewhere safe for now. Yeah, so there it is. So you get the clamps and the skid plate. That's pretty much what you get. So let's go weigh it real quick. Okay, so here we go. I got my handy dandy postal scale. Let's put it on there. Let's see what it weighs. It weighs about 2 pounds 7 ounces. Hey, for 2 pounds and not breaking an engine frame or case or whatever, I think it's worth it. So it looks like. So I believe it is aluminum. I think it's aluminum. It's fine. Okay, here I have a super duper strong magnet, and it doesn't stick. Oh no, it does stick a little bit. It must be. It sticks a little bit. No, it doesn't. It sticks on the bottom. No, it doesn't stick. It will not stick to that. So it is indeed aluminum. Maybe there's a little bit of steel in it. Maybe it's some kind of alloy. But as you can see, that's a pretty strong magnet. So it is all aluminum. Big beefy aluminum. It looks like, I would say that's a quarter inch thick aluminum, and with some nice aluminum welds. Very nicely done welds. Take a look at that beautiful welding. Very well made. I like it. Like a work of art. Alright, so it's got 4 holes on the bottom. It's actually got 5 if you count the drain hole for the drain plug. Yeah, so let's go ahead and install it. And it's got a sticker here for the KLX that you saw earlier. Alright, so the first order of business, I believe, would be to take the stock skid plate out. And to do that, let's take a look underneath it. It's probably really dirty. It is 3 bolts. It looks like 3 8mm bolts. So I'll just go ahead and take those out. Okay, so what I'm going to use for tools is this small 8mm ratchet to break them loose, and then I'll just use this driver, 8mm driver, to get them out. So I can't use the T-handle because it's too long. Yeah, it's takes quite a bit of force. Again, okay, that one's pretty loose. Oh, there's some like dirt in the threads. Okay, so let's It's made a little bit of a mess there. So that's what the naked bottom of the motor looks. Yeah, the engine frame looks like. It is a good idea to have a skid plate in there. And thus far, it looks like it's still intact. It looks like it's taken quite a bit. It's been skidding on a lot of stuff. That's why they call it skid plates. See, pretty dirty. Oh, I'm missing a. There's like it's there's supposed to be a piece of metal in there, and it's missing one on the back. I don't know why it's missing. But these are the bolts that came out, and then this is the skid plate. So I'm gonna go compare it to the new skid plate. Bam! Look at that. Much more beefy. In fact, you can just overlay it here. Oh yeah, is there a hole here in the center? Oh. I guess we. So looks like we're going to reuse the 2 front holes, but the middle one we're not going to take. I don't know why not. How come we can't use that? It's kind of weird. But anyway, so the 2 front holes line up. But you can see the difference in protection this bad boy gives you. So not only do you get like protection for the bottom, and like you get more protection up front here, and then you get these little wings here to cover the the stock wings right there. We'll see what it looks like when it gets on there. But I think that's a great idea to because it's like you're using the stock wings as a support like now. So now these aren't going to get banged up. These are going to get banged up. So the drawback I would see to this is that it's not plastic. Plastic will crack. See, this is cracking right here already. See, I don't know why. Plastic slides over the rocks. You know, they glide over the rocks, but it cracks if it takes a really big hit. It cracks. But you can see after all that hardcore riding I do with this bike, it's fine. So stock skid plate is okay. It did its job, but this one's a little better. It's a little better because it protects more of the frame. Protects more of the frame and the sides. So the side protection is what's most important in my opinion, because like if you stack the bike, you know, you case it. Hopefully you don't case it. You hit this instead. And that is the reason we put these skid plates on here. So all right, so I'm gonna kind of clean up the area a little bit. All this dirt and stuff came out. But yeah, so just bikes. Oh yeah, that's right. The last time I rode this, it was really muddy at Metcalf. That's why there's still mud on it. So there we go. And you can see the frame is quite beat up. Right here, it looks like where the foot pegs are have taken quite a couple hits there. Some here, and even the shock linkage. And they have the wings. The wings have taken a lot of hits too. Like, oh, right here also. See right there? Things like folded in. It's like a square now. So yeah, frame's taken some pretty big hits. It's a little dirt bike. It should be able to handle something like that, but you know, you don't. As much as possible, you don't want the frame to take any damage. All right. So I'm just gonna go clean up a little bit. Okay. So just for reference, we'll see how much the stock skid plate weighs. Remember, I'm supermotoing this bike, so I would rather prefer to keep the bike as light as possible. But all the weight is really down low, so I don't think it really matters, you know. So it weighs about 4 ounces, 3.8 ounces to be exact. And I just washed it, so it's wet. So, yeah, so it's 2.7 ounces? 2 pounds, 7 ounces versus 4 ounces. So that skid plate weighs a lot compared to this. But I think it's worth it for protection. 2 pounds. I don't know if it's enough to make a difference on a bike this small, but yeah, it's definitely. I will take the protection over the weight, extra weight we'll get.